Hello, 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 and welcome. Get the camera angle. I know it takes a little while for YouTube, for the people to come into the chat, so I'm gonna just give it a few moments. I have a candle burning. I've got some sage that is still burning pretty well. And I just had my mind blown, which I didn't think it was. Well, no, I know it's possible, but just wow, 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 wow. This life is absolutely miraculous and full of incredible wonder and when you ask and you go looking for answers to your question, or you just ask and you receive the answers not as you expected them to unfold, it just blows your mind. It really does. So, hello, hi everybody. How are you doing? How's everybody doing out there? We ready for the shift? Are you feeling the shift? Are you experiencing the shift? I certainly am. I certainly am. I have so many crystals in front of me. It's ridiculous. Where do we begin? I know I wrote some notes. I had an idea right before we came live too, to start doing these lives, just calling them, connecting the dots or connect the dots. Hi, Darren. How are you? You doing good? You ready? Good, because here we are. And the shift is happening. It is amongst us. It's happening. I'll go over the astrology, some of the astrology notes that I took. But there's so much more that is unfolding right now that is just, it's blowing my mind. So definitely stay in your heart. Stay enchanted right now. Were you able to see in Ireland the auroras last night by chance, Darren? I know that in England, the sky was bright hot pink, and it looks like it was pretty much covering most of Europe. Were you able to see it? Hi, Dustin. Just curious how many people overseas experienced that phenomenon. Because I know the sunset here was incredible. No, this is not a personal reading. We will be doing collective readings, and I'll probably tap into the zodiac or the elements. We're just kind of going with the flow right now. So happy to see you all. And there's my cat who likes to chase away the trickster energies. No, you didn't see them. You had weird dreams. Had weird dreams, though. I'm going to get out tomorrow. I have not been getting out. Oh, definitely get out. It was vibrant from the pictures that I saw. Like lighting up the streets, hot pink. So that was pretty wild. And if you guys got to look at the thumbnail for the live, that actually was a shot of the sun a few days ago. But you see that giant hole in the sun, that coronal hole. That is what we are experiencing, the wind stream coming out of that hole, which is packed with a lot of information, a lot of high frequency energies for sure. Let me let Luna out so she doesn't disrupt this before I go any further. So how chaotic is it going to get? I'll get into that. It actually depends on how we decide we're going to perceive it. Don't get caught up in it, meaning if you get caught up in it, you're just adding your energy to it, okay? And that's the pull. That's the That's the trap. That's the trick. It's not to not have compassion or empathy for anybody that is going through trauma, and because there's a lot of really terrible things that are going on. But for many of us, we are still comfortable. We are getting by, even if you're feeling the squeeze financially and otherwise, because I know many of us are with the inflation of everything. But know that we are covered. We, keep that knowing going on inside that we're always given what we need when we need it. All right. Let me let Luna out. I'll be right back. All right, Lou. Okay. Gavin, I'm not sure what, I can barely see because I'm on my phone. I'm not sure what those are. But hi. Let's get into the astrology. Hi Lisa, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. We are out of this. Well, it's easing up the square with Jupiter and Chiron, so that's nice. Let's just dive right into the specifics really quickly before we get into the deep end of the pool, so to speak. Yeah, the tension from that square between Jupiter and Chiron is loosening up. It's easing up, and it has been, that still is, but it has been really putting a focus and a highlight and asking us to look at any past or present. A lot of stuff is still going on for many people. Emotional wounds or family dynamics that wounded our sense of self and created unhealthy reactions and results. Are they still, they're still there, yet, I'm sorry, I'm reading my messy handwriting. They're still there, yet it's now easing up and beginning to take back the back seat. You're feeling that? You felt that? Yeah, at least I felt that. Yeah, I definitely have noticed a huge shift for myself, and I have been noticing, but there is so much more. It's like the exhale. We're no longer in some kind of even if things are okay, there's like this weird tension. Your jaw might get tense or something, and that just, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We have gained a lot of maturity through all of that, through all of our experiences that we've had, and it is now time to start fresh as far as how we stand and take space in the world, right? This really is like, we're important too for all those people pleasers out there. Moving forward, let's continue to do so with increased maturity and a sense of responsibility to how we impact and influence others and society, and what we leave behind, our legacy, what we leave behind in this lifetime. This is a really good, we are being moved into this. This Capricorn energy really is our foundational energy that we're working on, working through, working with. Yes, some tension. But you should feel that tension easing up. Now Mars is in that square. So this week is a little choppy for some. There's been a big desire to move forward and break out of that which has kind of kept us small or kept us doubting ourselves and expressing ourselves fully. And we have Black Moon Lilith now in Sagittarius, so kind of affects the mind a little bit. maybe also just kind of showing us our insecurities and things like that. But ultimately, we've really gone through a lot of the tight squeezes. Yes, Lisa says, I took some space and feel so much better. Yes, space is needed for sure. For sure. Okay, what I want to focus on, because instead of going into like the weekly and the day-to-day energies, which are going to be always in flux, fluctuating, we want to stick with the main shifts in energy that we are embarking upon, because we do have all of the major outer planets moving and shifting and working in harmonious aspects. So let's push through to the new moon, which is coming up, new moon in Capricorn, coming up on January 18th. And this is the energy that's really pushing. And so we're gonna feel it like 16th, 17th, 18th, and then a few days later. But that's the energy. It's really pushing us into the Aquarian energy, big time. Because the sun then moves into Aquarius after this new moon. So this new moon really maybe make a note. The new moon is on the 18th. We are seeding intentions on what do we want to contribute to society in the year ahead. This is big. These aren't small little intentions. This is like, let's get our garden started. And the Capricorn energy says now. Now, and what we plant seeds, we are going to nurture, meaning we're not going to be swayed one way or the other. We are going to put focus and energy into nurturing these seeds to sprout. Everything's metaphors, right? So then the sun moves into Aquarius right after the new moon, shortly after the new moon. And this is where we really get to celebrate our graduation. Earth School, right? Graduation, soul growth. Really big time. Soul growth. And this is the initiation point also into the new next chapter. So initiation sometimes can be a little awkward, a little tricky, but if we're already aware of it, like, oh, I already feel the initiation or the push, the nudge. So pay attention, really pay attention to these dates. This is a deeply transformative cycle, evolving our perceptions of reality. So now that Pluto is in Aquarius, for the next 18 years, every single year that the sun moves into Aquarius and conjuncts Pluto, so we have 18 times of initiation. This is a giant push towards the next. It's almost like a fast tracking of our transformation, of the great changes that are happening, not just personally, collectively. So just sit back and get your popcorn and kind of watch the show of what's going on as well, but pay attention to what's happening in your life. It's evolving our perception of reality. Each year the sun meets Pluto, just as I said, in Aquarius for the next 18 years. Observe what happens personally and collectively. Aquarius rules objective reality, pure awareness, the third eye, the divine mind, science and technology, extraterrestrial realms, rebellion, revolution, pioneering spirit, the future, the elites, electricity, unexpected events, because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, trauma, groups, friendships, and the well-being of all. This is collective energy ruled by Uranus. Aquarius likes equality, standing back and observing. Like I said, we're not going to jump in there unless you really feel called to. Some will, not everybody. Standing back and observing, detachment, taking things less seriously. Truly, Aquarius can be the comedian. I wrote the comedian, the eccentric, the surrealist. Will the collective shift this month into perceiving reality a little bit differently? We shall see. What do you guys think? I think that's already beginning to happen. Uranus is very unpredictable. It is the energy of shocks and surprises, sudden revelations and realizations. The ruler of Aquarius. So the powers that were are dissolving. And of course, this is going to stir up a lot of chaos. Yes, it is. This is where we need to stay grounded and realize what's really happening here is a big show. I'm not going to say it's not real, because it is. But the more we get caught up in that, which is what they want, they feed off of our energy. Don't forget it. This is why I'm going live more often than usual, because we really need to remember, where are we giving our energy? Who is feeding off of our energy? We want to use it for those seeds that we're planting, right? Darren, I'm feeling more angelic. I definitely have been having that experience. Definitely go outside and check out the sky for sure. Because the sky speaks, even if it's cloudy out, you might get some glimpses of some pretty cool things. So the powers that were are dissolving. That is the Pisces energy. And Neptune will be moving out of Pisces this month for good as well. Radical new ideas are being presented about how we do things. They're not formed quite yet, but the seeds of the new ways of doing things are definitely planted. And I can tell you that I noticed this even in my day-to-day. More people that surround me are talking about or really focusing on eating organic. I mean, we're talking about planting a giant garden here somehow, some way. We live in the woods, but we're going to figure it out. A lot of people are finding their own ways around the entrapment. Hello, Phoenix Lightning. I'm good. How are you doing? So the seeds that sprout are the seeds that we nurture. Okay, what we're putting and tend to, what we're putting our attention and our focus into should be our bodies, our minds, our health, our heart, getting out of the matrix, not getting entrapped, not getting boxed in. It's not getting pulled into the drama and the chaos. Regardless, it's going to happen. This is a time for us to stand up and speak our truth. But remember, it also, the energy that's behind your words, that's really what's being read, is our energy field. Words are words, right? They can be spells, but there's energy behind it. So really pay attention to where all of your emotional energy is going. I feel like 2025 was the year to really rattle and shake all the emotional energy loose within us and kind of embody our true selves a lot more. It's time for all of us to offer our unique contribution to create a more fair, equal, and harmonious world now. It all depends on how our collective Chiron and Aries has been playing out and how it plays out. Everybody, regardless whether you have your natal Chiron in Aries or not, Chiron is in Aries still, and is the driving force. It is the healing aspect of our core wounds and what has had, this is where the dark, we'll just say the dark entities and energies get in through these wounds and these weak spots and these blind spots. So know yourself, know the holes in your energy field and how these energies and entities can get in. They get into the mind, they get into the body, they get into your energy field. And they usually come through, unfortunately, other people that we have a lot of trust and love for at times. How our collective Chiron and Aries aspects play out. This is how it all depends, how the collective works out their wounds. Regardless, we each individually have a responsibility to play this game as best of our ability with the knowledge and wisdom that we have gained so far. Either collectively we mature and heal our wounded parts, or we act or we don't act from the deflated will within that has created disempowerment to begin with. And this is where we take our power back, guys. No more disempowerment. That's right, so true. No more disempowerment. No more feeling deflated, no more feeling, see, and that also comes through a lot of guilt and shame that's been placed on us. And sure, we've all done stuff that we're not proud of in the past because we were wounded. We've all said things, we've all hurt people, not intentionally, and maybe even intentionally if you're really like a raging, angry person and you want to, that's your wound talking though. We've really had a chance to work through a lot of these, most of us. Not everybody, obviously, but those of us who have can stand in our power and have empathy and compassion for those who have not yet. Realizing and recognizing, oh, I once was there. I once was that. I once was the person lashing out. I mean, I've had so many people. I woke up this morning to so many attacks. I put out on my social media because I'm starting a whole new group session locally where I live, but I put it out there. It was like a little flyer, and it said, I've had a spiritual awakening, now what? And then it was like, book a session with Paige. And some people were in there like, if you've had a spiritual awakening, read the Bible, like all this stuff, they just came flooding in. And I was just like, whoa. There's a lot of energy out there, like attacking energy. And I can see right through it. It doesn't penetrate me. It doesn't affect me at all. I have compassion for these people, if they're even real. There's a lot of, we're dealing with Aquarius age. We're dealing with a lot of robots now too. Okay, let's get back to what I have here. Sorry. Okay. The outer planets are now in harmonious trines and sextiles to each other. This is the most amazing thing. There is a reason to hope for a better future, okay? I'm not going to go into the depths of that. I'm actually starting a members where we can really go deep and I don't have to worry about YouTube. Let's see, Lisa, do you think that the primal urge for self-preservation is a part of the problem? Possibly. But honestly, I don't know what soul would want to preserve something that was never true to begin with. Because our higher selves have the joystick in this game. But there are other entities, like I was saying, there are other entities that get in the consciousness of a human. This is why we want to love thy neighbor, because it's not necessarily the human being that's being an asshole, all right, or being controlling and dominating. It is an entity that has gotten into their consciousness because they have holes in their energy field, because they're not able to even comprehend that they're being controlled by something other than their higher self. I hope that helps answer that one. I think that wants to be preserved, but not actually the soul. The soul does not want to preserve something that is not true, that is false, that is not of love. Darren, I'm putting stronger boundaries. Some are going to have a serious problem with this. It may be triggering for some. Well, you know what? Do it with love and compassion, right? Boundaries are important. and we've been triggered by others. Now you can see yourself at a standing up taller and realizing that you're in a different role. Maybe there's a role reversal there, right? Dustin, Lisa, I'd say if it is based upon fear, then yes, reactions from fear-based beliefs might lead to more fear coming into your awareness. Yeah, well, and fear, for sure, our 3D selves. Fear is the way we've been controlled. So I'm expanding this to something so much bigger, but yes, if we get down to the crux of it, yes. And the fear is what keeps the mind trapped in one way of perceiving something, which has been controlled by something else. Do you know what I'm saying? So eventually, it is not soul-based. All right, let's get back to the outer planets. I don't have a whole lot more here, and then we'll get into this dialogue. Because the outer planets now working harmoniously. This has been why we're having this big shift. Because the outer planets are not personal planets, they are collective. This is the world. This is all of humanity. And they're now moving in more of a harmonious way. Trines and sextiles. Not everybody's going to experience this because a lot of people are still spinning around in their what the hell is going on fear-based, like fear. And I understand that. I've been there. We all have. And maybe some of us still are. And I will tell you, you don't have anything to fear except fear itself. Because if we believe in what is causing fear to be true, we could create that to be true. This is why we are co-creator beings. It's an energetic game. Understanding something is freeing. All right. There is a reason to hope for a better future than we typically allow ourselves to hope for. Do you ever realize that, like, yeah, we want to hope for a better future, and then the logical mind or the Mercury, the right brain comes in, and it's like, yeah, but is that realistic? There's a reason. The future is not as bleak as we believe it to be. There is a consciousness shift going on, and I can clearly see it. I think that you guys can as well, depending on what you're putting your focus on. But the universe will show you if you ask. Show me. Show me that other people's consciousness is shifting. Show me that the collective is awakening. You'll see it. We're learning to switch off from external authorities, creating doomsday scenarios, and beginning to recognize that we have the power to create the reality we live in as we shift our focus and attention more towards this truth, that our energy, attention, and focus is where the power to change the world really lives. This is why there's been so much effort placed on controlling our perception. That's where our energy, attention, behaviors, our focus goes towards the information coming in from outside sources. In our own perception of reality and so we have the power to change the world. What did I write? Is where the power to change the world really lies, in our own perception of reality and our attitudes towards it. Our attitudes towards it as well. Dustin, yes, Paige, what we focus on feeds it. Knowledge is power, but attention is even more powerful. Yes, attention. And then when you realize, oh, I actually have power, what is your intention? Remember, we have a new moon coming up, and that is no joke. That is a powerful force to truly use this intention wisely. your intention, our intention. All right, another key date to pay attention to for big shifts. So we got outer planets moving. We got a new moon, January 26th or just 27th, wherever you are, depending on where you are in the world. Neptune moves into Aries. This is a 165-year cycle coming to completion. It was 1861, the last time Neptune was at 0 degrees Aries. So we have a whole new cycle. This is a really big reset for the unconscious aspects of us all. Neptune is the collective unconscious. This is what I'm talking about, like consciousness shift. So if we stop focusing on what other people are putting their attention and focus on, and we come together, us with like-minded, like we all want to see the same thing, peace, harmony, joy, we want a unity consciousness, we want things to be back to our natural ways, natural rhythms, and stop putting so much attention and focus on what everybody else is doing. It's hard, I know, because we've got a lot of people and a lot of things around us, and we do share a lot of this. We've done this before, guys. We've all done this before. We know what to do. That whole saying, stay in your lane. What did I write about Pluto? Okay, so Pluto, yeah. January 23rd. Pay attention to what's going on within you and the collective. January 26th, 27th. Also good to note what's going on within you and the world. And of course, the new moon on the 18th. Use your power wisely, everybody. Let's all use our power wisely. And I will come live. I hope so. I don't know what day of the week the 18th is, but I think it would be a nice time for us to come together and and set an intention for us all. So we're talking about let's talk about let's connect some dots. How about that? Anybody have any synchronicities or dreams or interesting experiences that you want to share? Because even though you think it may have only to do with you, most likely it might help connect the dot with another person. And I think that's going to be my next big thing, is like calling it, like, this is your terminology, Dustin, but I love it. Like, let's connect the dots. Let's help each other connect the dots. I might have your puzzle piece and you might have my puzzle piece. Okay, the 18th is Sunday. All right, cool. We'll do that for sure. We'll go live on the new moon. That sounds pretty awesome. I'll tell you mine. I always get songs. Constantly getting songs. I wake up with songs. The other day, well, actually, it came back today, but it was playing for 2 days in a row, and I wasn't sure why. But it's the song. It's from the Kinks. And now you're back where you started. Here we go round again. And I realized, like, something came full circle. And it was definitely energy. It was definitely something on my path, but I wonder, I think it's more than one something, because I'm noticing other things starting to come around full circle for me, in my personal world, my personal experience. But I wonder if any of you are having those experiences as well. What were the other songs? Well, the other song was a Grateful Dead song. I woke up to the morning that Bob Weir died. I didn't know he had died until that afternoon, and I thought it was my dad that was contacting me, because my dad was a great Grateful Dead fan. And then I found out that, and since then, I tell you, the birds in the sky have been like so illuminating to me. It's been really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful communication that I'm getting. I love it. Some of the other messages, remember, water has consciousness. We can program water. So instead of looking on the flip side of, like, yes, there's the powers that were, the dark energies, have been contaminating and programming our collective water supply and system for many years. We can also program that back. And the sun is really helping with that aspect as well, with these solar storms. We can even do that in our own homes. Get a nice bowl of water, put that in your meditation practice. Maybe we'll get that out for the new moon as well. Sit by water. Water is extremely conductive and very programmable. I'm not sure why else I wrote water consciousness, but it is very powerful source for us all. Dustin, yes, cycles are both ending and beginning for us individually and collectively. Cycles of Earth's purification, oh yes, and power in government. Lots of cycles, as above in the astrology and so below. You know, who was it? It was somebody, it was that guy that you shared with me on Instagram. I don't remember his name now, but he's sharing, he's connecting a lot of dots, and he was going into some of the prophecies, the Hopi prophecies, maybe Navajo as well. And in their prophecy, they were saying when we begin to see webs in the sky, and he was putting together the chemtrails that like come together and cross like webs. There were many other things that he was talking about there. Is when the purification process begins. So like we're given maps to this experience that we're all in through there's many different maps that all lead to the same information, but it's really to help us get through these really times that seem very tumultuous and chaotic and scary even. Times of great change. These prophecies and astrology, all the different maps, there's so many of them. They all lead to the same thing, and they're all guiding us through this time. Yes, Hopi, red star, blue star, Kachina prophecy. Yep. So it seems as though, and I can attest to this as well. I don't want to say it seems as though we are in that purification process. And in talking about purification, we are also being led to purify our own system, our body, our energy field. Rainbow warrior prophecy. There was so much more. I wish I would have wrote it down. He goes so fast, and the one thing that stuck were the things that my eyes go to directly. There was something else. I lost it. So we have this giant corona hole. It looks to me like it's shaped like a snake. We're not done with the year of the snake yet. Somebody else, Debbie, I don't know if you're on here or not, but on Facebook said it looked like the symbol of the Tao, which I was like, oh, that's interesting also. So if you get a chance, look at the thumbnail that I shared in this live, because that's the picture of the hole that is Earth facing, the hole in the sun that this solar wind is coming through. We're currently in the purification process, both for Earth and humanity. Yes, mind, body, spirit, all of that. Lisa, I was out last night taking pictures of the evening sky, and when I zoomed in, I saw all of these webs. There you go. There you go. Here we go. We're connecting dots. It's all leading to the same thing. Something I did write down earlier this week, because we're going through a purification, we're being asked, we're being led, we're being shown to assist us in eliminating as best as we can the heavy metals and microplastics, because they're within everything. The heavy metals being sprayed through the spider webs in the sky, through the chemtrails, as well as many other, the shots and the I don't even know what I can say on YouTube anymore without losing more. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Heavy metals and microplastics, which we are riddled with both. And the glyphosate, especially in the United States. I don't know if you have to worry about this so much in the UK. I think you have strict rules and bans over there, if I'm not mistaken. But here in the United States, everything is sprayed with glyphosate. Everything. All of the crops. You can buy organic, but it's coming to me. You got to be real. You got to know who you're buying from also, because there's ways that they're getting that stuff in there too. Darren, I've been eating well, going to give up tobacco. I've none left after today. Oh, congratulations. You know, I hear that, like, tobacco itself is not bad, but it is like, if you're smoking cigarettes that are produced by these companies, they put so much chemicals and nasty stuff in it. But even back in the ancient days, like, tobacco was known as a sacred, used in ceremony. Here's an interesting question. What drives you? What actually gets you out of bed every day? Oh, life. I actually am excited to see what life has to bring my way each and every day. Drives me. I'm happy, and life is an adventure. I have beautiful grandchildren that live below me that, yeah, I don't really need to be driven to get out of bed. I find peace and happiness in everything that I connect with and that I do. And I hope that you do as well. To detox the glyphosate. This is important. This is what's causing the cancer. This is what's causing so much disease in the human body. And it's causing a lot more. It's really bad. I mean, it's in everything. Is putting about an eighth of a teaspoon, a pinch or an eighth of a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water and drinking it, and doing that once a day really helps to rid the glyphosate out of your system. I think that I already spoke about what was I thought I wrote it down on here, because we're talking about heavy metals and microplastics, and it's not in this notebook. Interesting. I don't think so. Soul exhaustion. Interesting. I think we're beyond that. Well, I think, at least I feel like we're beyond that. But try the baking soda. I'm giving that a try. But also, again, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical practitioner. I just receive messages and insight, and I eat intuitively. I follow the guidance that I receive to help my body along, and it's never steered me wrong. And yeah, Dustin, let's see here. Darren, do what you're guided to do, but no, nicotine is very beneficial medically. Yeah, lots of goodness can be found in that compound. Not that we're trying to talk you out of, like, here we are, like, Darren, you're fine. He's like, I'm doing this. If you're being guided and you feel like you need to rid yourself of nicotine, or try, then definitely do so, for sure. But it's not necessarily the nicotine. It is the nasty chemicals that they put into packaged, manufactured cigarettes. So grow your own. Grow your own tobacco and roll it up. Let's see. Arian, beautiful question. I believe we each should ask and answer that. Yeah, so let's see. What is it? Oops. What does everybody else have to say? What drives you? What actually gets you out of bed every day? And I think for me, I'll say it's this journey. I'm actually excited to see where it's leading. I'm so intrigued and interested in every single thing that's going down, good, bad, and ugly. It just fascinates me, and I'm driven to help people stay conscious to what they're actually, how they're perceiving it, and where they're placing their energy and attention and focus. Because I know from experience that when I shifted that, my entire world shifted. There you go, Darren. I have some Peruvian tobacco if it gets tough. The roll ups, try to get off. I want to play and sing again. Oh, there you go. I would love to hear you sing and play. Yes, that's good for you. Better. Music is better for you, for sure. Here we go. I'm getting thirsty. I feel like it's time for some cards, some messages. Let's see. Dustin says, I wake excited to see if I'm going to receive a blessing or if I can be the blessing for another human, which is also a beautiful, hi, Granny Paula, which is also a beautiful blessing. I know if I've touched one person or helped them in any single way, that energy comes back to me. It feels incredible to be that part. And it's not egoic. It just is, it's like you're me and I'm you. We are a part of each other, you know? Dustine. Oh, sorry guys. I am so thirsty all of a sudden. It must be this tea. Oh, the tea, dandelion root. Roasted dandelion root is an incredible detox. It will remove a lot of toxins from the body. And it's also a little bit of a pick-me-up. It kind of tastes like coffee. You got to get the roasted kind though. One thing that I noticed, I eliminated coffee and not necessarily caffeine because I drink a cup of cacao every morning. I think that has caffeine. It's a stimulant, but it has a powerful amount of magnesium in it. And it's actually really healthy for you. Yeah, roasted dandelion. And you can get it, what's this called? The traditional, what's it called? Traditional medicinals or whatever, you know, this brand. They have it. They have it. I think they have it at Kimberton. They definitely have it at Lionville. Amazing, incredible. And I like the taste of it. It kind of tastes like coffee a little bit, but I've been off coffee for a while. Okay, it's actually great for people who got the COVID vax. Good, yes. I don't know, like, and I didn't, but I know that I was kind of guided to start drinking this tea to really help rid microplastics and heavy metals from me because I get irritated from the chemtrails. My eyes will get irritated. I get skin rashes and stuff. Knock on wood, I have not had that this year, but I've been really focusing and paying attention to the guidance of like things I'm guided to ingest that help keep my body removing that from me. So yeah. You have dandelion tea. Good. It's good. Dandelions. And so here's the paradox of everything, right? At least here in the States, dandelions are considered the weeds, and people go around and spray their yards to get rid of the dandelions and other amazing medicinal plants that are good for the body so that the grass looks nice and green and it doesn't have these beautiful yellow flowers. We are ridiculous, but I'm not going to go into it. Just talking about the crazy paradox that we live in. What we think is for, pleasant to the eye. And I think that actually did come from Europe. The green lawn was a sign of prestige or being an elite or something like that. But anyway, the dandelions and dandelion root. Spiked protein attaches to ACE2 receptors. The dandelion gets spike. Oh, good, good. We've got somebody with the wisdom here. I just said I was guided to it, but I know it is good. So thank you very much. Thank you. See, here's how we connect dots. I get messages I trust in because they're coming from my guides, and I'll say it out loud, and somebody will be like, oh yeah, and this is why. And it's like, oh, you're a homeopathic doctor. Love it. How perfect. Thank you for your wisdom. Amazing. I love that. See, we're just going to call these lives dot connections from now on. And that is great news for those who need it. Yes, we all do anyway. All right. I'm going to have to fill up my water soon. Okay. Anybody else have anything? You want to, I know there was, see, I try to write things down because sometimes I get flooded with things. I'm like, oh, I want to share this, and oh, I want to share that. And then like, so many things. Oh my gosh. This is also why I'm thirsty from the tea. I haven't finished watching it yet, but if you guys know of, oh my gosh, I hope his name doesn't escape me now. Emilio Ortiz. Emilio Ortiz. He has a YouTube channel. He has a podcast, and he interviews amazing spiritual wizards, I would just say. He just recently aired one with Robert Edward Grant. Is that his name? Yes, Robert Edward Grant. Names today. Incredible, like, a lot of people are born just like complete intelligence in some area, and his was numbers and math, and then it turned into sacred geometry. And anyway, watch it. I highly suggest watching it. It will blow your mind. What he's talking about, especially with this, with AI, and he's created his own, that actually, I mean, it was done through the pyramids. It's like mind blown. I highly recommend checking out. Go to Emilio Ortiz and his interview with Robert Edward Grant, the one that was just released today. I'm not done watching it. I only watched like the first 15 minutes, and I was just like, oh, so much information, overload. Okay, I need to go slow. But it was like mind blowing. It was so wild. It's just so dot connecting, incredible. Yes, this tea does make me thirsty. You're right. Oh my gosh. But it's good. It's good stuff. Yes, you should put Dr. Skills on your channel. You watch him, Lisa? Yes. And I like Robert Edward Grant anyway. Sometimes he goes like, way, like the intelligent, like the information that he has put together and connected mathematically and geometrically and spiritually is just like, I get it. I can pick it up, but some people that are so hyper intelligent and on so many higher dimensional levels all at the same time can funnel through so much information really quickly and think that the rest of us can pick it up as fast as he's putting it down. And not all of us can do it. Some of us are like, we'll read a book and we read a chapter and we're like, wait, I got to go back and read that paragraph again. Depending. Sometimes I'll really get sucked in and I pick up everything. Everything equals 9. Yeah, oh my gosh. And what about the synchronicities with the 369? Dustin and I had the other, or I don't remember how that even started, but we were talking about it privately. And then I had Moon Circle last Sunday, and every single one of them, every single one of us, there were 4 Scorpios and a Pisces, and our birthdays were the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th, and I think the other one was the 3rd again. And so 369 kept following me around for days and days and days. That was just an example, but I was blown away. Like, I don't even know how we ended up asking each other what our birthdays were, but I think I just mentioned I was a Scorpio, and then the woman next to me was like, oh, what's your birthday? And I said the 9th, and she's like, mine's the 6th. And the other woman was like, oh, mine's the 3rd. And I was like, wait, huh? I know. It was wild. And this is what happens. And we can stay in this energy. I know we fluctuate. We go up and down and up and down. I really try to hold this energy so my interactions with life and with other people are constantly being synchronistic. Yeah, mind-blowing. It's so fun. It really is. And they weren't the right, I usually have like a pretty steady group that come to Moon Circle every month. This last one, there was one that comes all the time, and the others weren't, they told me they weren't going to be able to make it, but 3 others came in, and we all just like connected like that, like we knew each other. It was awesome. It was really cool. So that's another thing. With these shifts and changes, we are coming in closer contact and having more experiences with our soul family, people that we really deeply do resonate with. I said, I don't even think I need to sit here and talk to any of you. We could just telepathically communicate in Moon Circle. It was that cool. All right. So where are we going to start this message off with this time for us all? Thank you. We're pulling from the Divine Feather. I don't know why it's backwards on the lives. Let's see. Phoenix. I never judge anyone. I believe a lot of things because of my personal experiences, so I don't like being judged. Mom said I am a Pleiadian. Yes, we are all come from different star systems. Yes, and some of us, at least I've been shown, are a mixture. Many of us have come here multiple times, and we have, I guess you could call it a bloodline or just an energy system that is mixed. But definitely Pleiadian in my family for sure. And you would know Pleiadian because music speaks to you, your soul, your body, you feel it. Art, music, you're a natural healer, and you know it at a deep level, even if you're not a practicing healer. Yeah, it's so funny. I have the Starseed Oracle here. We'll probably pull from that one next. Yeah, and that's who really contacts and communicates to me, and sometimes we'll communicate through the messages, are the Pleiadians specifically, but other star systems as well. Yep. Yes, also with the bloodline. Yep. Nice to meet you, Pleiadian Darren. Now you know why we're all connected here. All right. After I read this card, I have to fill my water up. All right, what do we have here? We have the grouse. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Oh, yes, thank you. This is another, and I do feel like this is so Arcturian energy when it comes through, which has been coming through a lot with the guidance of how to move the body, how to take care of the body, how to release the heavy metals and the toxins and the microplastics, and what we do to help our energy field. Big, strong message. And we're getting a boost of energy also to do so. Sometimes we need to kick our butt, give ourselves a little kick in the butt to get up, but even if you just go for a walk. But I will tell you, since last week, and I listen to music a lot anyway, but I noticed when the energy level dipped down really low, just before the holidays, and probably around the holidays too, where I was just feeling super tired, and I thought I was just absorbing everybody else's chaotic energy around me. I wasn't really listening to much music. And I wasn't moving my body around very much. And I noticed myself getting more and more tired and more swollen and just, that energy lifted. And suddenly it was like, as soon as I turn the music on, I'm dancing, I'm moving around. I make it a point to get outside if the weather suits, and go for my hikes, go for a walk, get exercise. And personally, in the mornings, I've been doing yoga and Pilates also. Actually, I've had a lot of energy lately. I even literally busted out my free weights the other day. I'm like, and it's not like New Year's, I'm getting back into shape. It was like, no, I've got to work there was a lot of energy flowing through. So yeah, Dustin, it is my understanding that this incarnation I came here through the Arcturus portal on Venus. Interesting. Phoenix, that happened to me exactly the same time. Yep. I think it happened to a lot of us. But there was like a big shift in energy again. And it's like, all right, now I will say, yesterday I gave myself a little bit of leeway because I spent too much time behind the computer doing work, and that really drained a lot of energy from me. And it got cloudy. I made so many excuses for myself. I was like, I need to go home and just like chill out and lay down, which sometimes we have to listen to our body when it's like, I overdid it 4 days in a row. Give your body a little bit of a break. But really, okay, the message here is, though, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Grouse. We've got the supportive energy to do so. Take advantage of it. It really makes a difference. It lightens up, it changes your mood, it changes your energy field. Let's see what it says in the book. Grouse spirals and whirls as the divine messenger of movement. Dance the sacred dance as an intention to reclaim and connect to your highest guidance. The dance can take form of free flow movement, yoga, kirtan, or any other rhythmic practice that allows you to go into a meditative state. And that's the key, I will say. It is here in this sacred place of stillness, surrounded by movement, that we can connect more fully. A new flow of energy brought in by any inspired movement will support the process. And this is what really has me lit up. Especially, I will play music that is just gets me going. It's upbeat, it's amazing, and I go out on the trails and I'm just going, and life starts to just, birds come and talk to me. I mean, life just starts to open up, and this is the time to really take advantage of that. Definitely. We've got a whole star system here. I love you guys. Phoenix, I have crystals all over my house. I know they balance me out. I also go mining for crystals. I just can't get enough. Oh, you're talking to if you knew how many crystals I have in this house, it's absolutely It's kind of ridiculous, but I love every single one of them. And I have a bunch of them in front of me and a bunch over here. But I live in an area where when we first bought this house, we had to have a new septic dug. And we found amethyst. We have smoky quartz here. I have 2 streams behind us. It's just like, it's incredible. But back in the day, I don't even know. I have the most ridiculous crystal. I have giant ones too. I mean, I don't have the giant statue ones that are like $10,000 or anything, but like I've got these big things. And this is where I started with crystals. Actually, before, it's kind of dusty now. I started with crystal healing, thinking that was my path. That was my path. Because, sorry, just broke something. Because I was so energetically fragmented when I had like a full-blown Kundalini awakening. And it was just off of, well, it wasn't just off of, but I had back surgery, I was on medications, there was all kinds of stuff. And crystals spoke to me, helped me through the worst of the worst. I'll tell you what really helped me. Paula, you felt this one before, the Septarian egg. I used to just lay in bed with it on my chest, like, please help me. Really did wonders though. Yeah, I've got quite the collection because I was in so much pain, physical pain. And it really did help a lot. It helped you when you got into a car accident. Yeah, like, now I will say, it may not be for everyone. The guy, he's no longer alive, but there was a crystal shop down the road from me, actually. TJ's Crystals. They're still open. I actually just saw his wife not that long ago. But he was a geologist and then opened up this crystal shop. And it's like, they're from all over the world. Raw, natural, real. They're not like, sometimes you wonder, is this synthetic or is it real? In some places. You gotta really be discerning. But I would walk in there like it was a spa. Like, oh my God. Like, could spend hours in there. And he would say, I don't feel any of it. It has no effect on me. I'm like, it probably does, and you don't know because you're just around it all the time. But he did know. He knew it doesn't even matter. The crystal's gonna call to you. It's gonna speak to you. Yeah, a lot of them will have like descriptions and what they're meant for, and that's pretty well known. I don't know. I feel that everything speaks to us in our own way. You know, they're your boyfriends. Yeah. So dance, put music on, rhythm, and movement. Very important. Double terminated are great. I still use it when I have pain. I still use it, my Super 7 especially. I literally have I have a dentist appointment next week, but when we were getting really massive solar storms, I was getting radiating pain throughout my jaw. Really bad. I also am such a super empath that I pull in the pain from others. So my granddaughter downstairs below me was teething also. So I wasn't sure if I was feeling hers or not. I would take the Super 7 and I would just put it in my mouth or like right by my mouth, and it really helped. It would settle down that throbbing wah, wah, wah. Paula, you have a Super 7 in the car and a tourmaline. Yep. We used to walk around with crystals in my pockets. Sometimes, well, we still wear them. That's when I started making bracelets. I was like, well, we should just be able to wear these. Oh, the whole crystal journey. I love crystals. Definitely a passion of mine, for sure. But super helpful. Super, super duper helpful. All right. I want to get into some tarot. I want to fill up my water first, so just talk amongst yourselves before until I get back. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I gotta stay hydrated. All right, so what, Miss Paula, really, I love any rock too that calls to me when I'm out walking. I leave it, but I will engage with it. Aww. Sometimes they'll ask, please take me home with you. You can see the bubble. I'll show you we'll do one last crystal talk. I know Dustin, he works at a crystal shop. One crystal that came to me, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but this is really super duper crazy energy. I forget the name of it, but it was struck by lightning. And you can see the activation within it. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but yeah, struck by lightning. And we have another friend. It's her birthday today, Chris, who I got her a t-shirt for her birthday one year, and it just said, "Ooh, look, a rock," because everywhere we go, like, she would stop. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I think you're right, Phoenix. Whatever that is that you just said, fulgurate infused. All right. So much fun. Where do we want to begin? Okay. Like Charlie Brown, I got rock. We're going with the Syrian Starseed Tarot, talking to all the starseeds here. And any of the starseeds out there that come in on the replay, here are some messages. We're going to do a collective message. Where are we at? 72 minutes already. We might skip the elemental. I feel an important message coming through. These cards are so hard to shuffle. They're just too big for my hands. Feels really good in this chat. All right. I got a real happy feeling all of a sudden. Indigo. Oh, we're going somewhere. Oh, thank you, Darren. Don't forget to go out and check out your sky. I know it was bright pink or red last night. So much love to you if you're taking off. We got the Indigo as the first card out. That is way too many. Okay, we'll take them. They flipped over for a reason. Okay. Yeah, I saw people posting pictures of the sunset. I did not see the sunset. I don't know why. I didn't see the sunset last night. I should have, but I didn't. It was on fire last night, huh? Yeah, Europe got the auroras, big time. Good clear sky. The sunset was fast. That's probably why I didn't see it. I usually catch it. All right. Overall, we have the Two of Chalices. Coming in connection with others in love. This isn't just romantic love. This is love like we're sharing here right now together. We are all, as we have said, from a star system. Many of us will connect or resonate with the indigos. Many of the star children that are born, well, not necessarily right now, but we'll say from the Generation Z to the millennials would be considered indigos, but as well as Generation X. Indigo star seeds, star children are intuitive by nature. And, oh, interesting, look at the crystal there, resonate with the crystal energy. And here we have the Two of Crystals, balancing out the harmonics within our energy field and on our planet, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, within and without. We have this power to transmute energy. Many of you are transmuters, whether you're aware of it or not. This is why you are here, to transmute negative, dense energy into neutrality and into love, essentially. As energy cannot be created or destroyed, we have the power to transmute and neutralize that energy. We've been doing this all along. We're just channeling now. We've been doing this since birth. Whether you're aware of it or not, it has been a natural gift you were born with, which also appeared to be a natural way of coping with dense and negative or darker energies that you've had to work with within your family dynamics and society at large. And you've done an amazing job. Whatever you have carried with you and has held on to you is beginning to dissolve, being transmuted into neutrality as we are continuously pumping neutrinos and light energy onto the planet and into your energetic field as you are ascending through many layers of density. The heart chakra frequency. If you can hold this energy within your heart, the love for all, the love for your neighbor, the love for your brothers and sisters, as you continue to ascend. as you continue to work through these cycles of great change and transformation on the planet. Know that what you are here to do is merely, it's not simply, we do not say simply, but merely to transmute the dense and darker negative energies. As you rise in frequency, you also rise in perception and are clearing these old frequencies away. You will notice that you have more energy, more fire, more passion, more drive, more will. You may also start to recognize that you have a desire that is new, not new, but newer to the ego. What you see on the horizon is a new earth, a new way of living, and you are in the front lines of creating that or co-creating that. Continue to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your gut. What many are starting to realize and recognize is that you were right all along. We've been gaslit. Oh, Luna wants to come in. She broke me from it. We've been gaslit, and then we turned around and gaslit ourselves. But it is being shown to each and every one of us that how we were perceiving things in our highest self, in our heart, was accurate, is accurate. Yeah. Oh, love it. So as we continue to ascend, as we continue to elevate in frequency, in vibration, in perception, the limiting beliefs that we've carried from our past, the programming, the conditioning that we have undergone is beginning to dissolve, as well as the guilt and the shame, which has kept us stuck in that prison, in that program, in that lower density realm and the lower density energies. Allow it to dissolve and flow off of you. One other thing to pay attention to that is shifting and changing and rapidly and quickly is the nervous system is beginning to regulate. Many of you may have felt that you were ready for something for quite some time, and you are not wrong, yet we are not allowed to open up new spaces, new experiences that your nervous system is not ready for. The energy that is shifting is allowing you to see the power within you so that you truly believe in yourself and begin to really fly higher in the higher elevation of the fifth and sixth dimensional energies and above for some, but you will always come back. You will fluctuate. Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, allow the guilt and shame to fade away as well as the limiting beliefs, the conditioning, and the programming that we were all born into. Whew. Yeah, I totally, I received a message, and I actually gave Dustin a message like that too, and I noticed, actually it was my mom who told me, she noticed that, I said, I think my nervous system has really calmed down. She's like, oh yeah, it has. And you know, because there's layers. We have so many layers that are going through a change and a healing. And the nervous system takes a little while. We can mentally, emotionally be at one place, but the body takes a little bit longer to catch up, especially the nervous system. So if you're being down on yourself or hard on yourself about not being where you think you should be, know that you're still being adjusted, and it takes time. And our higher self, our guides, we're not going to be placed fully. We've had openings, we've had previews and sneak peeks, especially through 2025, of what's to come for each and every one of us, and we get to choose. And when we choose, yes, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, then the universe says, okay, this is what you have to go through, this is what you have to release and let go of in order to become and embody the version of you that can actually be there. So hopefully I didn't butcher that too much, but that definitely made sense for me. And so if you've noticed, like, you're starting to calm down more, your nervous system is more regulated. I feel like last year was a complete like adjustment on the emotional and learning, learning how to regulate our emotions and using them to our benefit, as far as our intuition and discernment. And then comes the nervous system. Our reactions to things are just completely different than they once were. And it's a beautiful thing. So that's what I have for all of us. Oh, Paula, you haven't seen any auroras. Maybe one day. Yeah, you'll see one, I'm sure. I haven't seen them since I was in the mountains a couple years ago. I haven't seen them either. Oh, you're welcome, Darren. Definitely more calm and centered. Yeah, I know. We can tell. We can feel it. It's like, all right, we're getting there. Yeah. Yeah. And, our egos and our personalities are like, I'm doing something wrong. What is going on? Why am I not there yet? There's something so much bigger and more profound in store for each and every one of us. Nothing happens by accident. We are here for a reason, and we are just being adjusted, and we had to go through all this stuff to get our wisdom and our experience. And now it's like the healing and the regulating of the nervous system. Trying to grow up. Yes, we all are. We are maturing. Doesn't mean we have to be, whatever patriarchal mature means, but, just not being as super reactive and taking things so personally, or being offended by anything, and being able to see that there's somebody else that's dysregulated or wounded, that may be lashing out or acting a fool. Yeah. Playful at heart. Exactly. And we must stay there. That's where that's the gift, right? Yeah, absolutely. Luna's crying to come back in. She doesn't know what she wants to do. Oh. Yeah, right, Darren. We all were like that in some way, shape, or form. But I saw right through it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here and tuning in and sharing and interacting. This was nice. This was beautiful. I'm sure I'll probably go live before the new moon, because things are just like, it's kind of fun, It is fun. Yeah, love and light to all. But I always like to share whatever downloads, whatever information I get. And now my ear is like, so, and I enjoy just engaging and sharing space and time with you guys. So much love to you. Have a beautiful night or day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.